are saying like it's done, it's over here. What was that thing? Yeah, before we get to that, people are saying there's no chance Disney's coming on board for season 3. Yeah, what was that? But I actually bookmarked it. Bookmarks. Doink. Yeah, okay, this is good. All right. This is the Twitter account. 1 second. This is a Twitter account. What was it again? Doctor Who filming locations, right? And again, reasonably young, like reasonably woke, and I don't say it's just part of their generation, right? And excellent. It's an excellent Twitter account. But he's finally realizing he's being gaslit upon gaslit. And there's not going to be a third season. If there's going to be a third season, it's not going to be with Disney. Again, look, I don't know. I've been wrong about a lot of things, right? I don't think there's going to be. I think they know there's not going to be a third season with Disney. I think that what they're planning on doing is slotting it between Quickly Come Dancing and Wallace and Gromit, and it's going to get high. That's going to give it a ratings boost, right? And also, by the way, I think the dropping it internationally at the same moment, it's a very good idea, right? It's a very good idea. I'm so glad they're doing that, right? I think because on Disney, they say they premiere stuff on Wednesdays and Fridays, so they probably just got lucky. But I think they're really going to, and they're hoping for a massive success. And so Disney go, well, maybe we will then, and maybe they will. It might work. I don't know, but I think the way things are right now, there's no Disney in season 3. Probably there's no season 3, right? And they're going to say, well, Shooty's too busy. He's so popular. Everybody loves him. Shooter's 5 minutes of fame are nearly up, mate. All right, just like Hollywood's are. Right. So what does this say? It says it doesn't add up. Something's not going to plan it. Again, this guy's finally smelling the coffee. Disney clearly weren't fully impressed by season 1 and its performance, unfortunately. So they're either waiting to make a final decision or have made it. They have. Either way, the production of season 3 has shifted. That's true. Okay. Well, so Shooters off to do a play. The importance being we're coming back after that. Amazing, we might be shooting those scripts early next year. Those scripts have to be ready by about August for prep, and it's due. We're not behind, but all my deadlines are just going to slap me in the face like mad. That's my summer ruined. Ha! Okay, that's very Rusty Davies. Compared to, it's an injury decision. It's like any business. These things take time. I think the decision will come after transmission of season 2. That's what we're expecting. That's what we've always been heading to. No, Russell, you're lying, right? You are lying, and we know you're lying. Like you are lying about this. There's somebody else supposed to say about this as well. All right, here it is. Doink. What's the window? Fine. We don't know if there's a third series yet. Season 15 will go out in the summer. I thought they said it's going to be May. I hope May. And then they'll decide. BBC will decide as well as its future. But I'm happy to stay with it. I love it. It's more fun than anything else. I'm glad you're having fun. I just wish we were too. Honestly, I wish we I don't know why you thought that making it a queer show was a good idea. It's a very bad idea. Russell Reed, Doctor Who's immediate future beyond 25 remains uncertain. He declared a forward doubt Doctor Who's future. Yeah, and as God as my witness, I am that fool. Did I close the pocket mag? Did I have that open? Oh, there it is. Doink. There you go. Fancy Rusty Davies' column. Let's hear more of his bullshit. What's that for a start? Oh, that's what I tell you. I want to give rare praise to Jason Quinn for this issue of Doctor Who magazine. Look, it's no secret. Like, I've been not happy with the state of Doctor Who magazine for a long time, right? I think it's been a bit naff for a long time. But let's have a quick look back at Doctor Who magazine. How do I get to my account, my library? Not that. Okay, Doctor Who magazine, right? I think these last 3 issues have been the best in a long time. Let's go back, right? Look, now we're really minding the Shooty era, right? And it's Shooty era, it was bad, unfortunately, and quite beautiful. But you see, like the quality there, Jason Quinn's initial run on Doctor Who magazine, the tone shifted dramatically. Right, it became much more, dumbed down, simplistic, and you can see that by the cover illustration. Right, normally bad Photoshop like that, so just some shocking, very simplistic Photoshop. This idea was cute, but sadly, it didn't really work. Right. So Doctor Who magazine was okay at this point, right? But it was still very it is still here during this 6-month period. We had a bit of hope, right? We had a bit of hope. It's going to turn around and be good. We weren't slapped in the face right then by the Starbeast, right? Which is so disappointing. So disappointing because it's all about, look, the Aspen Infinity in a dress. It's propaganda. I'm sorry, it is. It is. I'm sure a lovely person, right? I don't think that defines masculine, whatever. I don't think. I think this is trying to make me believe that gender to be fluid, and I don't think it is. Right? I think it's more of a mental illness. Anyway, but Dr. Magdalene again. I don't know if I can say it was better or worse. Over here, I had some more hope. Right? So I was more optimistic about it. I didn't really like the comic strip. Right? Anyway, so I would say pretty much unreadable. I mean, these issues weren't bad. Right, whenever they stopped focusing on the current, but again, it was still it's pretty much unreasonable because it's in the Jodie era, and it's just everything was like that, right? It's pretty much unreadable, and the quality had also gone down quite a lot. It just came with the Jodie era, I'm afraid. So I've been not happy with. I would say. Says issue 515. Bloody hell! That was the last one. I thought that was pretty good. Right, 515. What one now? Bloody hell! For a good 100 issues. Okay, that's a long time. 95. That's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. 9 years. Right, 9 years. I think it's been a bit naff. Okay, this issue. What I used to do with this in SFX magazine. What I would look at the pages I wanted to read on Sabbath, right? Sabbath and Moffat, so I would read a bit magazine-ish, and print those pages out. I haven't done that for years, probably 9 years, right? This week, I did that, right? This week, right here, I did that because it was a good, well-rounded issue. And good for them. I mean, it really was. It's not as good as when it was like this stuff, right? I was... when it's late Capaldi, right? It's not as good as it was then because it was a more intelligent magazine then, and that's why I didn't like the first year or so of Jason Quinn's run. It was very dumbed down. It's OK magazine with Doctor Who. This seems more like a magazine trying to service all of fandom and bring fandom into it, right? And all fandom, right? And that's the woke part and the non-woke part too. So I would say good for them. And doing a good job for it, right? And it's a nice, well-rounded magazine this month. So Jason Quinn, I really will say kudos, right? But it was full of articles that I was interested in. So, and also I think it very much serviced modern fans as well. So I think that's very good, right? I think that really deserves a bit of a round of applause. Anyway, so that being said, let's see what bullshit Rusty Davies is going to slap in our direction. Find out what Rusty Davies will for Richard and Judy. I don't give a fuck. Oh, God, I don't give a fuck. For Richard and Judy. Wonder what's behind door number 2 and go on location with the war between Ready Everyone, the first day of Christmas. Oh, he loves that. And again, Russell, I wish you hadn't made this show into a queer show. Right, it's one thing for it to be a show that has a large gay audience, right? It's another thing. Oh, Catherine Thea sent me the Scotch Express. Thank you very much. It's another thing altogether, right? To make it a show that's exclusively for gay people. And I'm so, this insanity. Like everybody loves a drag show. No, we don't. We don't, okay? And like again, Yasmin Finney, I'm sure is a lovely person. I don't think Yasmin Finney is a girl, right? I think Yasmin Finney is insidious propaganda designed to hurt children. I do, right? So I know you violently disagree with that. I know you like go melt and go, oh, such bigotry, such racism. You do that because you don't want to actually address the actual point. And that's really the bottom line. You don't, and it's a fair point. I'm sorry. Right, I am sorry. There's a Supreme Court ruling going on right now, and I think it's probably going to go the way that it's non-discriminatory to ban transgender soda. And I think you'll be lucky if Alex going to have transgender soda in America soon, right? Because he pushed it too fucking far with the kids, right? You should just leave the fucking kids alone, weirdos. I mean, duh. I think, I think Shooty is a very charming person in real life. I heard that from many. I don't find him charming. I, like most of the world, find him like an irritating little shitbag, right? Because he is. He's just. And they just thought, whoa, the charmingest of Shooty Catwell, he'll be so charming. Charming. How charming could charming be? Super charming, right? Let's try and be charming with that, right? Yeah, just an idea. I'm going to try and add Twitter back in again now to see if the break of a few minutes actually helped it. Hang on. Yeah, and it did. Look at that. Oh, welcome back, Twitter. Hello, Twitter. Welcome back. No, saying no. It refuses. I will have to. What's it? Investigate. Fine. Doink. Anyway. So yeah, look, Shooty Catwell not. I don't find you'll find charming if you're queer, right? It's not that I hate gay people, not at all. Look, if you offered me a Simon Callow or a what's it called again, Gandalf for Doctor Who, obviously, right? Obviously, I think that'd be an awesome idea, and I would really like for the next time they do a multi-Doctor special is just get as many huge actors as you ever could who haven't been Doctor Who. And have them do a multi-Doctor special somehow, like Pierce Brosnan and Ian McKellen, right? Simon Callow. I'd love to see you. Like, yes, I don't mind if you're gay. It doesn't bother me, right? It's cool, baby. It's just like making it into a queer show just fucking killed it. Right? And when I see Rusty Davies being charming, right, and Christmassy, to be clear, Rusty Davies invented Doctor Who Christmas. Right, Doctor and Christmas are so endemically tied together now. Like Only Fools and Horses at Christmas. Like he really invented it, and he did a great job. Right, so yeah, good for him. Right, so I love I love his love of Christmas. I love his 12 days. It's just it so bums me out that he hasn't that he made it a queer show. Duh. Right, I want to see Doctor Who, right? I don't think you can be Doctor Who and be queer. Just so I don't think it can be a Christian show. I don't think it can be a Jewish show. It'll be weird. Like, wouldn't it be weird if Doctor Who was suddenly Jewish? Yeah, stop. Enough with that. Like, make it into a show for everybody. So I swear, I wait all years for this. I start playing the page first. Yeah, I believe you, Russell, and I so wish you were doing better. So welcome, faithful reader, to my annual Doctor Who 12 Days of Christmas Theme for Doctor Who magazine. Buckle up, elves. Here we go again. And I do. I love this. 12 episodes of counting. The Bad Wolf team are working on 14 episodes in total. That's 9 Doctor Who and 5 The War Between the Land and Sea. But Christmas 2024 is ready. Obviously, there's not going to be Christmas 2025. Obviously, so is episode 1 of season 2, introducing Belinda Chanda. I signed off on Monday, October 13th. If you want a Christmas guessing game, acronym for the title is TRR. Okay? Which leaves us 12 more episodes to go. Onwards! Okay. And again, it's going to be more gay shit, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I just like, yeah, again, this special looks like a delightful adventure. I think the trailer is very good. I think I think it's going to do well in the ratings. But I don't think it's going to save it, right? I think it's probably, I'll be amazed if it can convince itself not to be queer shit, right? If it can, good for it. But I don't think it can. 11 times a threeing. A couple of guys were saying 33. What? Because it's been 33 years since I played Santa for Richard and Judy at the Granada Christmas party. This has been nothing to do with Doctor Who, but come on, what a claim to fame. Okay, that's fine. Okay, again, Russell, I like you being charming. 10 scenes heading. A header for a scene 10 next year in episode 8 says interior cutaway metal door, but wait till you find out what's behind the metal. Don't big it up anymore, Russell. Every time you've let us down. Oh, the mystery of Ruby Sunday's mother. There was no mystery. Mystery was how you had such a shit idea, right? And it was a shit idea. 9 years remembering. A weapon from Doctor Who's 9th era in 2005 is about to make a terrifying return. I knew nothing about it until the writer handed in the magnificent script and power. What a comeback. Must be one of the guns that the Doctor was trying to find when he's trying to kill the Dalek. He was going for all the broken down guns. All right. 8 episodes of glimpsing. Keep your fingers crossed because plans can always change at the last minute, but there should be a teaser trailer for season 2 dropping at some point over Christmas. I'm sure there is. Right. At the end of the episode, at least. We're saying some amazing guest stars there. That's always the kiss of death, right? I remember when we saw the teaser trailer for Jodie Whittaker, it was just guest star after guest star after guest star after guest star, and I was bored, frankly. I was much more entranced with seeing Mark Addy in the Downton Abbey movie. It was very good at it as well. We get quiet about next year's actors while season 1 was a censor stage. Nobody gave a shit about season 1, mate. I'm sorry, it's gone. Or it would have looked confusing, like which season are they in? But guest list kept on growing, with 1 star giving away significant clues which no one picked up on because nobody cares anymore, mate. I can promise there'll be wonderful names coming your way next year. Season heats up as next year's season heats up. Here we go. The rumor is May, I believe. Hang on a second. Let me see what somebody sent me. Somebody try and remember all these rumors. Was it this over here? No. Oh, yeah. Apparently, in. After an audio replay of part of the Children in clip this morning's Doctor Who Joyce the World interview on radio with Rusty Davies on Radio 4 Today program around 8:52 a.m. Okay, that's from Friday. Started with the host saying that season 15/2 will be released next May. So I don't know, is that true? We'll find out, right? We'll find out. 7 was a listing. I like to give 3 words from an episode, but it's Christmas, so let's go with 7. From episode 7, it contains violet, owl, threshold, poppy, slip, Chinese, and Persephone. Okay. 6 writers are writing. If you include the Christmas special, Christmas episode, we have 6 writers that work on at work on this next trance of Doctor Who. There isn't a Christmas special, is there? I don't think there's a Christmas special. Unless there is. I don't know. I thought this is the last one. Either we do 2 seasons, 2 Christmas specials. Maybe the last Christmas special is part of the block of specials with the 60th anniversary. Maybe that's like, maybe they did it like that. Maybe like season 1 is from its first episode. What's it called again? Space Babies. And this Christmas special is the end of this season. I don't know. I understood there was no Christmas next year. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't think they shot one, have they? Again, what do I know? Right? This will be a very first TV. And for one of those writers, it will be a very first TV script. I double checked. They told me for 13 years I had been trying to make something, but turned down every juncture. For another writer, maybe they're not very good. For another writer, this is their first full-length script after a one short film. I'm very proud of that. Actually, again, I mean, as long as they're not shit, you should be proud of that. It's a really good thing, right? I wholeheartedly agree with it, right? I wholeheartedly agree with this idea. I'm very proud of that. Proud of the writers, and proud of Bad Wolf, the BBC, and Disney Plus for opening the door. The fact is, to get your first credit in a great big high-octane worldwide streaming show is colossal achievement. It is. And again, bringing new talent, that's the lifeblood. I just hope you're doing it as a meritocracy rather than some silly DEI hires, right? That's really, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm even asking the question, but it's like it's not been good of late, right? What do I want to tell you? Because of the unqualified DEI hires, right? It's good for our industry getting new voices on screen. I agree. I've been advocating for this for years. I would exec 2 writers on their first ever TV series in 2023, and our Doctor is part of that movement. Plus, you get scripts from this aging thin blood librettist to you're stuck with me, babes. I'm sure we are. Suddenly, yes, we are. 5 golden rings. Love that bit. Me too, Russell. Me too. I love that bit too. God bless you. 4 words of puzzling. Tables don't do that. Okay. 3 words of naming. One of next year's characters will be is a complex beast, possibly the production team's favorite, and very quotable. The shorthand for this creation is Rad. We have a label. Rad enters the room. Rad meets the Doctor. Rad is sad. What on earth does Rad mean? Listen, if it's like that, the flanks or whatever that robot is that that unit has, it's not going to be again. Russell, you've got no, you have no reputation to lean on now. Right? You just don't. I wish you did, but you have no reputation to lean on. What do I mean? Not long to wait. Well, apparently it's May, apparently. So what you've done here. Where are we up to? 2 hands opposing. You might already have seen the Radio Times pre-Christmas photo shoot centering around me and centering on an all-time BBC classic double act from Gavin and Stacey, Wallace and Wright, Midwife and Baby. We bring you, yes, Moffat and RTD. Let's pull that up for them. They did have this weird photo shoot, Radio Times. Harry Valleys, James Norton, and Game of Thrones, Nikolai Cousin-West, who first look at the King and Conqueror. Okay. Dave Van Dyke sings and dances at 98, instantly iconic Coldplay music. Oh, man, that's very cool. Anyway, where's it? Let's try sci-fi. Where'd it go? Oh, there's sci-fi. There you go. Yeah. Well, I don't want to register for free. Are you kidding me? I think am I logged in already? Are you kidding me? Try one more. I think I'm already logged in, aren't I? Aren't I already a member of this? Sign in. Let me see. Continue with Facebook, I guess. Yeah, continue with Tzvi. That's me. It's just annoying. Like, why are you being so obnoxious about? There you go. Thank you. Oh, an ass. So it's a photo shoot. It's just weird they got a photo shoot together. Oh, we should really go over this. Okay. Yo, yeah. We're doing this. This is long. Oh, we're going to cover this tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Where'd it go? We look like in a Hallmark movie. What's it? Yes, on Cold October, they photographed the together in a fireside setting with a Christmas tree and present and tinsel, looking like the grumpiest gay couple in the world. We look like a Hallmark movie in which my niece will fall in love with his nephew. Trust me, we didn't want to do this, but it's publicity. We sat there muttering, "You loved it, you little slut. You know you did. You know you loved it. You know you love it, you little slut." Mixed grins under the lights, trying to imagine the strapline. Yet another turkey, more repeats for Christmas. For the love of God, enough already. But ultimately, we thought we'll go with talking turkey. I wonder, on sale soon. Okay. Fin missing in the ocean. Yeah, what? Yes, a fin. The shoot for the War Within Land and the Sea has taken us all over the place, but I had experience. I mean, if they haven't filmed that Christmas special, there isn't one. I had the unique experience of waving the crew off from my flat in Cardiff Bay as they embarked on a ship for the high seas, but the occasion shoot abroad will be the stuff to make anecdotes go off. To anticipate that, let me tell you, Finn went missing. In the storm, we traveled to a place guaranteed sunny weather and calm seas. And in true Doctor Who's vision, the heavens opened and an actual electrical storm on an already tricky night suit. So fierce bolts of lightning captured on camera. That's rare. And it looks like great FX. I wasn't there. I was safe back at the bay, warm and toasty. Pete Matting, I don't want to know more. Texting from this far-flung beach. We lost a Finn. Who's Finn? What's Finn? Why Finn? All that to come. Merry Christmas, folks. Nadolig Lawen. Finn, I guess that's Merry Christmas in Welsh, right? I do guess that. So again, look, Rusty Davies is very charming. We can't say no, he's not charming. No, Rusty Davies is very charming. And I like it when he's charming. Honestly, I do. We were going to cover this day. I might say no. Because I'm a bit knackered. I'm on Dan's channel in an hour and a half. SFX still shit. Really like Creature Commandos, though. I really genuinely enjoyed it. I'll do a proper review that on the Sunday show. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do a Blake 7 review. Yeah, I'm not up for reading all of this. Yeah, I think... Also, it's not opening up. Well, I know. So I wanted the Stephen Moffat video. I wanted the Stephen... Let's have a look at what's he got to say about Sherlock's. Sherlock. It's Game of Sherlock. I love to do it again, says Stephen Moffat, responds in rumblings for a revival of Sherlock. His update for the aftermath. Look, it's not a format that wears out. It's 100 years old and it's still going strong. Why aren't we making more? Chatter's intensified over the production of Sue Virtue recently said. Sue only said that because she was asked, and suddenly it became an announcement about a film. Well, said there's no new news here. We're just fending off the question as ever. Okay. Show about the potential future. We would happily do it again. I hope someday that we do. It seems. I mean, I love the finisher on probably one of the best episodes. It seems reverse not to. You make enough shows in your lifetime that no one gives a flying what about. It's like that one that people passionate about. It's almost presumptuous, almost arrogant to not do it again. But there's no hard plans with a lot of moving parts. So for simplicity's case, waiting for the stars line, everything to sort itself out. We actually do have an idea. The idea is basically go back and do it again, but slightly more specific than that. What stories they would adapt? What would excite them? Creatively about returning to the Baker Street Boys. It would be nice to see them just a little bit older because it was very foreground in our version that they were younger, let alone the fact they were updated. So so it'll be quite nice to see them more at Jerry and Brett Edward Hardwick age. Bit more Rathbone and Bruce. I hear that. I think it would be lovely. Now we can see the more middle-aged version. There's an audience waiting there. It seems madness not to. Well, again, you've got to get everybody together, right? I hope they do, right? I do hope they do. But I think if we read this article, which I think we will, it'll be tomorrow, right? Thankfully, we have a plethora of material to get through. There you go. The Joy Bringer. Yeah, he certainly brought joy to Ross Lee Davies, but give him a bit of a handy. There's your Express and a dinosaur. Last Stephen Moffat. There's more. What more do you want at Christmas? I mean, again, the problem is Chuti Gatwa. I think they've really got quite a nice frothy Christmassy affair going on, but Chuti Gatwa is the problem. Right, tragically. Right, really genuinely tragically. I thought he'll be much better. I thought he will be able to pull off the role. No, he's not. He's not able to do that. Both those feature in the festive wish list of your Santa, blah, 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 blah. Joy the World marks the 9th Doctor Who Christmas special written by Stephen Moffat. Really? 9th one he did. Let me see if I can name them off the top of my head. We got Christmas Carol, still his best. Dr. Widow the Wardrobe. What else was there? There was Time of the Doctor. I'm sure I'm missing one. Dr. Widow the Wardrobe, Time of the Doctor. Well, there should only be 3. I mean, was there a 4th one? I can't remember. Oh, hello, Whitey. I just jumped up, say hello. So it's 3 so far. Let's go. Then there'll be the Capaldi one, which was Last Christmas, which is excellent. I really like Last Christmas. Then the Husbands of River Song and The Return of Dr. Mysterio. That's 6. And then the one after that was what's it called again? Was Twice Upon a Time, which I thought I liked them one a lot as well. So I'm missing one. And of course, so that was 7, and then this is number 9. So which one am I missing? I got the Magic. I got the Caretaker, wasn't it? Doctor Who, and isn't the Caretaker a different one? Hellfire. Now I'm looking it up. Doctor Who Christmas specials. Let's have a look. So Christmas Carol, Doctor Who and Wardrobe, Snowman. There you go, the Snowman. Whoopsie. With the hottest Clara. Absolutely the hottest Clara. Oh, right. Go back over here. Fine. So it's quite a big float, Moffat tells SFX, where we've got a lot of places in the show amount of time, along with the writer, Derry Girl star Nicola Coughlan, as Joy, a woman whose life has been upended when she meets Chuti Gatwa's dazzling doctor. Okay. I mean, she's good in pulling out an emotional response, right, from the viewer. So we'll see. I just wish we had some bloody eye candy. It's really killing me. So it's got your Christmas whimsy in there. So I suppose it leans more to a slightly more humorous end to a degree. Well, you wouldn't say that about most of his Christmas specials. Like Doctor Who look, Christmas Carol, dark in a lot of ways. Doctor Who Wardrobe, kind of crap actually. Snowman also pretty darn dark. Time of the Doctor, pretty darn dark. It's also a bit labyrinthian. Last Christmas, if Clara had been old at the end of one, that would have been dark. Husbands of River Song. No, that's just a frothy comedy, as in The Return of Dr. Mysterio. And Twice Upon a Time, pretty darn dark, right? Oh, resolution, piss off. Leave us alone. So there's Christmas in there. I suppose it leans towards a slightly more humorous end, but actually it gets quite emotional. And there's also fun element that within the context of the wider series, the Doctor has just lost one of his mates. So he's lost Ruby. He didn't. He just left Ruby after her mother was completely unremarkable in every way. So it puts Doctor in a particular place. Is it a place where he cries, you think? Maybe? I think so. It's the Doctor alone, which makes you sound somber. It's not really. The only time that really worked is where after Rose, I think. Will's got heartwarming and emotional, but I don't think it's going to be heartwarming with Shooting Gatwa. I don't think he can do heartwarming. He's just too annoying. How does it feel to be writing a Doctor Who Christmas special again? It wasn't that I was just bursting with ideas to do another Christmas episode. Russell got in touch and said, could you do Christmas for me? I need to get on to series 2. I was delighted to say that because I was always in love with doing the Christmas ones. Really, no, that never really seemed to be the case there. I have to tell you, it never really seemed to be the case. I've been talking for a few years about doing a sort of door-flapping French farce, the Doctor Who style, and I've never done it. Russell said, well, why don't you do that for Christmas? And there's an element in there of an element of doors and running in confusion. And again, I think with Matt Smith, that will probably work. Well, not very much, because I think it's what you did at Christmas. People will say, oh, I was hoping for a proper one. It's the only episode you're going to get for months, and it's going to have more size and more scale. I'm not sure. Again, I think the rate of this is going to be better than last year. Like Sandwich Routine, Wallace and Gromit, and Strictly Come Dancing. I won't do it sometime in the future, obviously, but that's what it is now. So what are we going to get? Well, here's a pitch. Here's the pitch that got me a job. In just about every hotel room there's a locked door. It's weird, but there always is. Okay, so we blow apart. Okay, fine. This is a time hotel. All those doors are open to different timey-wimey stuff. That seemed like kind of a crap idea, I have to tell you, when I first heard it. But I don't know. Could work, right? Could work. Have an opportunity to sell the rooms that they've failed to sell the last time. So they built an extension into a more or less every hotel room in history, and you get access to it occasionally. I mean, it's kind of a fun idea, but I think you probably wouldn't notice it beforehand. When the room is not booked in what's called a contemporaneous booking, somebody from the future can go and stay there, and you can sell walking tours of the Blitz with a handy map. And as the Doctor said, this finally explains why there was no room at the inn. I don't know. That seems a bit sacrilegious to me. And again, I'm kind of Jewish. I don't know how devout Christians would feel about that. Right? Maybe they'll laugh. Maybe they'll think it's fun. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, fine. So we know the premise, right? So the Doctor lands in the Time Hotel, and he gets involved in an adventure there because evil forces are about to put it to terrible use. I actually got so obsessed with the premise that I wrote half the script and realized I'd done nothing but make jokes about the Time Hotel. He is kind of like trapped into this. This idea. He's very much in love with this idea, which it's not the weakest thing about this. The weakest thing about the Shooting Gatwa, but it's not the strongest idea. Maybe it'd be good, but it doesn't seem to be the strongest idea. Those doors are terrifying, especially at 3 a.m. when you wake up and think, could someone actually walk into the room at this point? Well, there are like secret doors into rooms to kidnap children. Apparently, that's terrifying. Let's see if I can find a video of that. All right, I mean that's a real thing. Hotel secret door for child trafficking or something. Do I find it? No. I saw this. I'll try trafficking. Let's say trafficking. See if that comes up. Nothing. Nothing. Although I did see it on Twitter, I think. Is this it? Have some people breaking in. Because it really was disturbing. It was like in the back of a closet. There was a... Oh, is this it? Yeah. Let me download that. Yeah. So, yeah, this is like a real thing, which I find, quite disturbing. When is season 15 coming out proper? I think it's May, right? I think it's supposed to be May.
Indoor Fountain Hotel.
This isn't one I thought. This is another one. What was that one? Now, check this out. The music's annoying. Could you imagine you leave your kids in the hotel room and they get kidnapped from there? All right, and then there's that door there. It's like where, all right, and your kids are taken to being sex trafficked. Oh, yeah. Very disturbing, right? Very disturbing. So that's the real thing. So I can understand why you find those stores disturbing. But that's what's going on a lot of the times. Yes, why is it somebody else's decision that it's locked? Why is it not mine? It's my bloody room. I don't have the key to it. That's because of the Time Hotel. Well, the real reason is a bit darker. The story zips around times and places, which I think is a very good idea. The story zips around time and places in the way only Doctor Who can really do. Have you missed that kind of storytelling, being away for the show for so many years? I must have, but then boom, I stuck him in a crater. Honestly, the volume war they used for that episode, I thought was not that great. Right? I don't think it worked very well at all. Boom. I told it in absolutely linear order, practically in real time. But yes, it's a thing you can do. Where I don't know why I spend so much money on Boom. Right? That seems like something you could really just do cheaply. And they really should have done it cheaply. But yes, it's a thing you can do when you're playing with Doctor Who as epic, big, splashy Christmas Day spectacular. That's a good thing to do. On those occasions, for the first episodes of finales and Christmas episodes, you want to splash around a bit. Moffat had a very good point. Like, why do they save up the bigger stuff for the finale? Why not do that for the opener? Right? Which actually makes a lot of sense to me. We actually got lost. We actually lost a whole location. We lost the ancient Egypt and pyramids for one scene. We've got Everest back, and people don't get involved in Doctor Who at the production level in order to do a chamber piece. They I literally just watched Horror Fang Rock Part 4, and that's essentially what it was. It was a chamber piece, right? It was that little quiet conversation that the Doctor has with the Ruton, right? I thought it was fabulous, right? Well, again, it was Tom Baker. What would you expect? That's actually they want to be stretched. So on the first draft, I always push it as far as I can, and I've been rather astonished at how close we come up with to what I first came up with. How does joy enter the story? Well, I think here's the thing: fat girls are somehow in the queer Venn diagram, right? So that's how she enters the story, because it's like adjacent to being queer. Joy is someone who's not in a good place in her life, which, yeah, seems like she's in a bad place, but she's a sort of person where how sad they are because they smile so much. She's putting on a brave face of things. She's actually profoundly miserable for reasons. Well, I hope things work out okay. That emergent story go along. Well, that's actually, a great backbone for a story, right? Because you need to have some kind of like transformative thing. I honestly, what is it? I mean, what do we all love about Scrooge? It's at the end where he's like, I'm light as a feather. You boy, go and get the biggest turkey. I like that bit. I like that bit in the Muppet Christmas Carol with when Michael Caine becomes nice. All right, it's because the Doctor can come along and have an impact on life. Yeah, that's the problem I have. Judy Gatwood doesn't look like you'll have an impact on a positive impact. What does Nicola Coughlan bring to the role? Well, I guess star power a little bit. She brings a smile apart from everything else. She's got a good line in smiling. Okay. We read about the Sherlock Holmes. They said basically this column saying, yeah, they would do another Sherlock Holmes, but they got to get everybody together, but they really must. Or Sherlock, actually. Which is rather, she brings a great charm, a tremendously sympathetic. Whatever happens, whatever she does, you're going to be on her side. Yes, that is true, right? I think that's probably why it was good casting. Well, couldn't she be like Ruby's, like, Ruby giving her a makeover to make her look hot or something, maybe? Is there a particular pleasure in writing one-off companions? Somehow, it always feels like we're slightly spying in on the Doctor with him in between companions. Well, I don't feel that way. I think because you have a weird sense that the show isn't really about the Doctor. It really is. It's about whoever he meets. Doctor Who does not begin with him stealing a TARDIS and running away. It begins with the school choosers following home Susan and... that's a good point you're making. When it begins in 2005, it begins with Rose trying to find out who he is. But that's the thing. The Doctor... Okay, you're making a good point. A Doctor really should be a constant. And I don't think Ncuti Gatwa is. I don't think he is the Doctor, right? I don't think he's got those traits. The moment where there isn't a companion in situ, you start thinking, there he is, alone in the TARDIS. Maybe he's having a good cry. I would have thought probably having a good cry. Probably. We do go through a bit of that in one scene as to what he actually goes on in the weird man's head when he's got no one to be the Doctor for. It worked very well with David Tennant when he started like, which one was it? Maybe Runaway Bride, right? When he's explaining something. No, it's Smith and Jones, right? Not Smith and Jones. It's maybe it was Smith and Jones. It was one of those ones where he's talking to himself, like he's talking to a companion, right? It pulls out TARDIS to show him like very alone. I thought that really worked, right? I reckon the shooter's got Doctor or simply writing a Doctor with the confidence Ncuti will bring himself to it. Well, I don't know where that confidence comes from. 90% of the writing of the Doctor, if you're writing the Doctor too different there, then people wouldn't think of it as a Doctor. Yes, that's where we are. Yes, we don't think of a Doctor. There's an awful lot of character that remains pretty much exactly the same, except now he's a gay fuck bunny. Right? That's a big change, right? Oh, what's the difference? He's just a gay fuck bunny. Yes, the Doctor isn't a gay fuck bunny, right? Yes, that's basically true. And you write him as a gay fuck bunny, he doesn't come over as a Doctor. So there's an awful lot of character that remains pretty much exactly the same and has done for a very long while. But you accommodate the fact that that sometimes he's older, sometimes he's younger, sometimes he's grumpy, sometimes more cheerful. And I can't really stand the whole thing is, oh, this is why you don't have any friends because you're just mysterious. I really didn't like that. Yeah, let's pull up that trailer for a second. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, wait.
It's this Christmas.
Is it... Again, I thought this was a good trailer, but again, he's just so annoying.
Is toasty and a pumpkin latte?
Who are you?
Wrong room. We are on a top.
I'm just trying to find the scene of him crying in the TARDIS. Because, and again, look, this is what they really should have leaned into, right? The physicality of the role. Don't try making him into a, somebody who could talk down baddies, because he can't, right? The physicality he's very good at, right? Him running across those roofs on Church and Road was very good. But here, let's...
How do I get to be you? You'll find out.
And his voice is awful. Oh, God. How do I get to be you? Why can't you, like, maybe do a bit of an accent? I'm just trying to find where he's crying. I think that's all we see from from Millie Gibson. Like this character. There you go. So this, I guarantee you, is the moment after she leaves and she's like, oh, God. Listen, I was sad too, darling. I was sad too. Where are we up to? So he's usually all those things, but I don't think writing the Doctor is massively different. There are terms and phrases that suddenly you find yourself using because they're coming out of a different mouth. I hate him using the word honey. I hate it. But for the most part, you write the Doctor and he plays it, but he doesn't. And that's the problem. But in the remaining 10%, there are flavors of Shooty brings to the role that you are there flavors that Shooty brings to the role that you were keen to explore. Yes, I wanted to see him suck some more dick, right, or possibly push him into new areas. No, I was keen to see him go mean. Again, not dealing with somebody with much of an acting range, right? Which is this was his little bickering bit here in the TARDIS with himself. Okay, doink.
Is this Christmas?
Where is he talking to himself?
You'll find out. What do I do? Where do I go? We'll find out. Oh, do you see? You have to be mysterious all the time. That's why everyone leaves you. That is why you were always alone.
Yeah. I think that's him going mean. Who cares? I also think for some point there's an ancient beast that's got a snarl, or you don't think it's him underneath. Yeah, but he's not good at pulling this off. He's very good at pulling Russell off. He does that a lot, I think. Underneath whatever set of flourishes and fripperies he's currently sporting, he's still the same bloke, which is quite dangerous. He can be bracing, unsentimental when he wants to be, but he can't be convincing as a Doctor when he wants to be. That's essentially the problem. When you were show running, you were very much aware that Doctor Who was facing some big changes in the way that people actually watch television. That's not the problem. The problem is that it's not very good, right? It's not the problem with the way people are watching television differently, right? The idea of making TikTok Doctor Who in this way was actually not a bad idea, right? But they did it badly. They should have done, your 8-episode season, and then you should take one episode, right, and do it on a lower budget, and do it in 3-minute segments for social media channels, right, and build it for that rather than try and use it for both, right? That would have actually done the job they want to do, bring people in from social media, right? You saw the future coming, and now those changes have only accelerated. What are the challenges for Doctor Who's future now? Shooty fucking Gatwa, shortly followed by Russell T. Bloody Davies, right? That's the biggest problem, right? It really is. I was only trying to go back in the day when you can explain to people that can't run the rating number the way you used to, right? Yeah, but you know what? It does give you a rough indication of how much in the shit you are, and boy, you're in the shit. The fact that people will binge watch it properly 3 or 4 months later means you don't get that gorgeous number of to hold up and say, look how successful it is. No, you would do if it was successful, right? Stop with this bullshit excuse. And that's what this is. This is a bullshit excuse, right? It's still hugely successful, but you have to batter through all that nonsense. No, it's not hugely successful. I'm sorry. By every metric, it's a failure. It had absolutely no impact on social media, right? It wasn't trending. Nobody cared about Shooty Gatwa. Nobody was excited to see it. It failed, right? It failed by every freaking metric possible. Stop kidding yourself. I think he's just lying. I don't think he's kidding himself. I just think he's lying, right? I think this is like what you do when you have a failing TV show. You lie, right? Yeah, TV executives often lie. I'm sorry, but establishing canon that Time Lord will not Time Lord meeting his future self will not remember what happened. Canon's gone. Canon has gone since Jodie, right? This is why I say none of this is Doctor Who. As Colin Archer said that. Russell has to do all that nonsense, but it's rubbish. No, excuse me. When things are successful, they're successful. This isn't successful. I don't know. Russell has to do all that nonsense, but it's rubbish, especially when a show with smaller ratings than Doctor Who is being heralded as a hit. It really gets them like, well, what's a hit? Explain to me what's a hit with smaller ratings. Another challenge is how serialized modern television has become. Even when I was doing the Doctor Who, most shows were a story of the week, really. But I think it's a complex serial now. Mistake. Jed McCura's entire career is built around complex serials with no what? No concession of the fact that you haven't watched the previous episodes. Yeah, look, okay, serials, I understand, but it's a mistake to do that for Doctor Who. The people who did that best are season 25, when they had like themes going on in the background. They just expect you to keep up and make notes in a sort of new, which is sort of TV, which is sort of new. Yeah, people do binge watch, but like, beginning, middle, and end. That's what you need in a story: a beginning, middle, and end, even if it's serialized, right? TV shows treat themselves like big novels, which is a good way for them to go. No, it shouldn't be every show treats themselves like that. You should. I kind of miss the episodic. I miss the 22 episode season a year episodic American TV. Right? I thought that was actually, you got some gold out of that quite a lot, quite often. There's a lot of nonsense like Rivals. It's a serial, but Doctor Who used to be a serial back in the day. Not really. All right, it was a series of serials. Okay. But nonetheless, almost every single episode ended with a cliffhanger. When we brought it back, we moved it to what was then the more current version with the different story of the week. And the cliffhanger was replaced by the pre-title sequence, right? That had the same function. Right, as you entered that pre-title sequence, you got like that. That's how you got like the Doctor Who howl, like, that thing. What does it do now? Should it be more serialized again? That's one thing I keep thinking about. It's not my business to think about these things, and I should keep my trap shut. But I do keep thinking that this is the show that does cliffhangers better than anyone else. Are we missing out on something we did? And again, I hate to say this, Chris Chibnall's cliffhangers in Flux were freaking excellent, right? The resolutions were awful, but the cliffhangers were very good. Are you confident Doctor Who will adapt to these changes? Not under the current production team. I think it's about to be cancelled, right? I really think it's about to be cancelled. It's perfectly evolved Predator, and it hasn't evolved into its final form. It just carries on and becomes yet again a modern television show. Yes, of course it will adapt. It will have. I have absolute confidence that it will just carry on. I hope it does. Right. I hope this era just ends and then somebody resurrects it somehow. Right, and it comes back to being Doctor Who again. Right. If it does that, I think it'll probably do quite well. Or I think Judy Gatwa and Jodie Whittaker and David Tennant, to a great extent, have really damaged the brand over the last few years, right? I think done a particularly bad job. And the new show is ancient. We call it a new show, but from next year it'll be 20 years old, and we're already 19 years of modern Doctor Who sitting there on the iPlayer. That's another challenge that Doctor Who has, of course, which it never had before. The show has all of its past readily available on your iPhone whenever you want it. I know I've had that for years. I like that a lot. It seems ludicrous when the modern Doctor Who sits there with all these new shows. It looks like a bunch of megastars in it. You forget that Matt Smith wasn't a megastar when he became the Doctor. It made him a megastar, right? in a bizarre way, Doctor Who competes with itself now, but not, just like everything does, right? Everything current competes with the earlier versions of it. Most people only watch stuff that have been, that were made prior to 2015 on streaming services. All right. I mean, there's just excuses. Now, is he being honest, or is he telling these excuses to himself? I really can't tell. I would honestly say excellent Doctor Who is just sitting there. If you're bored of that, you've got 26 years of the classic series on the shelf. But if you're complaining about being the victim of your own enormous success, you could point to the words enormous success. Other shows don't have that problem. I just wish Shooty Gutwell would go. Right? I just wish Shooty Gutwell would go. Joel Fry's in it. I do like Joel Fry. He's pretty much great in everything. I don't know. I just like, they were so charmed by him. Right? I just don't find him charming. Right? I just find him irritating, which is a problem, right? No, so the show has to adapt to its audience this time, or go back to adapting to its audience, right? Well, the BBC just have the heads up their asses, right? They just, generally speaking, do. Like I don't know. I wouldn't trust the BBC to organise a piss up in a brewery, right? They are just absolute freaking faded. Look, my name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.